Documents from a case that happened 50 years ago. Let's play along with the old man for a little longer, shall we?
Zach, that means we need to head for the sheriff's department.
Yeah, we have to find these documents now. Did he give us any, like, hints?
You just said something about the old sheriff. Yes. I don't know, maybe...
Yeah, you're right. We will see.
Oh.
Can there really be documents here that the FBI doesn't even have? What do you think, Zach?
York! I told you! That's nothing more than local folklore.
Harry said that he was there.
The Raincoat Killer is a phantom, made up to scare children long ago. I can't believe you fell for that from Harry, of all people.
I agree with George. Harry likes to play with people. Play with their minds, too.
George, Emily. Of course I don't believe him word for word. But you won't mind if I at least try to confirm that he's wrong, will you?
The 2 shotguns and the
Can
2
you look for the
other
files by yourself? I'm still looking for Thomas.
guns.
Very well.
Emily, open the filing room for him.
Yeah, oh, it looks like the other world is there again.
They're here too, Zach. This might mean we're getting warmer to what we need.
That looks nice. Like a cozy place.
Yeah. It's like,
Looks like a cutscene. Oh.
like the womb of a monster.
Yeah. Like you're in the ball sack of a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, I made
Arteries
that.
coming down.
I think I made that really short again because it might have been extremely short anyway, but the fighting gets pretty uninteresting, I think, at this point.
I wonder if those monsters and stuff like that will get revealed in the end.
Yeah.
Why he is seeing them and
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know if we have to find three clues this time or only 1 or less. Probably it's 3 again.
So if that whole story is like a military cover-up, there must be like a military base nearby or something, right?
Too much noise.
Well, there
We're still missing a
could
vital
be.
piece of the puzzle.
Could just be that the military came from wherever to this town, and because of what happened here, and it was so horrible that they didn't wanted to get out.
Yeah. Yeah, and something I don't... The guy, what's his name again? The old guy with the gas mask.
Harry Stewart.
Yeah, Mr. Stewart. He was like, 50 years ago, when the communists started becoming a threat, we built a big clock tower. And then the rain killer came. It was like totally out of context.
Yeah.
He's like, what do the communists have to do with this, you know?
Yeah, like 3 elements. The communist is like to give it a time context, and the clock tower is because that's a big symbol of the bad thing happening because it happened there. Yeah, and then the bad thing, which he will explain this episode. Whoa.
So maybe the military developed like a hallucinogenic, what do you call that? Like a weird drug.
Or you mean like genetic warfare or drug warfare or
No,
chemical?
there are like these stories how they try to develop like gas weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To make other soldiers not be able to fight anymore because they're How do you say that? Hallucinating.
Yeah. Mhm.
All the time.
Yeah, that is kind of chemical warfare or something similar.
Yeah, yes. Maybe the military developed those red seeds or those.
Yeah.
Because then they could plant them, or drop the seeds by plane, and then those trees would grow everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then they could spread the rumor that these red trees give eternal life, and then everybody takes those seeds, and then you could take out a whole country.
Yeah. But why would you do that in your own country?
Because the experiment got out of control.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course. What else?
The raincoat killer.
And that's why the cover-up had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the raincoat killer is like a consequence of the experiment gone wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Reminds me of The Stand, which I just read.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it does. There's Dean Koontz, right? The other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I read one of his books where there was like a military experiment where they put this mind control substance in the drinking water of this town.
Mm-hmm.
And then with saying a simple phrase, you could mind control people and they would do everything you want.
Oh, that's a pretty interesting premise.
Yeah.
A little bit far-fetched, but
yeah.
Maybe with nanotechnology in the far future. Because I don't think something like that would be possible with some kind of substance. But who knows?
Who knows, yeah. I mean, did we watch a movie or a TV show where they were given these drugs where you have to tell the truth?
Yeah, you mean I know that from films, but
our search for the
yeah,
I don't know if that's even real. The truth serum trope.
I've seen it so many times. Maybe
It
I
looks
don't
like
know.
someone else has just
Yeah.
removed the documents I'm
I don't know
looking for.
either. Should look that up.
Huh? Removed?
The cabinet looks like it had been forced open.
That's impossible. No one could break into there.
No. Emily, there is one person that can access that room at any time.
You don't mean Thomas?
It's too early to speculate. And profiling is my job, remember? More importantly, Emily, could you get me a coffee? A fresh one if possible.
Coffee? At a time like this? Why now?
Emily, please. This is very important. Some coffee. And bring some milk on the side.
Well, he wants to get her out of the room, right?
Of course, let's talk about man stuff.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the match last night?
Know something. I'm getting us some coffee. So tell me what you know.
And now, like, his conclusions are so weird coming up.
Zach, this is amazing. The taste of her coffee
First of
is
all, great reaction.
thrilling, to say the least.
What?
No, nothing. This isn't the cup that Thomas always uses for me, is it?
I'm sorry about that too, then. I just used a cup that was nearby. You have a problem with that?
Problem? Not at all, my dear Emily. The coffee is perfect. Well, okay, taste aside, this cup certainly is perfect. George, Emily, we're going to Velvet Falls. I can feel it.
York, are you joking? You're trusting your cup?
No, Emily. Going to a waterfall just might be a good idea. Feng Shui, a waterfall is known to be a source of power. Even Even if we find nothing there, I'm sure it will give us some power.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, George. And don't forget to bring a fishing rod.
George gets really weird.
I'll go get it.
Fishing? Are you two serious?
George, do you have a net?
I mean, he trusts his coffee, and the investigation partly gets like controlled by his coffee stuff, but by his cup, that's just weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe I should do that too.
Yeah, but I don't know if your regular ass cups at home will give you any insight
That's true.
on incidents. I don't know. Maybe you have to listen to the little things that happen when you drink coffee.
That's what Mr. What's his name? Swanson? Mr. The old guy with the gas mask? Mr. Henson?
Oh, Stewart.
Zach?
Mr. Stewart.
For the third time in half an hour.
Well, he said he should look at the small things, right?
Swanson and Stanson. What did you say?
Swanson.
Yeah, that's right. He said that. Oh, you're bringing the pieces together, man.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought you wanted to give me a hint, so that's why I mentioned it.
No, I didn't even think of that. But yeah. Anyways, fishing again. I've spent a lot of time in this game fishing. You don't even want to know how much time I spent in this game overall at the end, but I was fishing at least for an hour or something. And there it is!
The metal box.
The metal box, yes. With what could be inside?
Good
Sheriff's files about the military.
Yes!
In all the history of the FBI, I'm probably the only one who fished out documents thrown into a waterfall. Don't you think so, Zach?
I just don't believe it. Files from a waterfall.
Well, I mean, Mr. Stewart lives right by the waterfall. Maybe he dumped it in there, and he was the old raincoat killer.
Yeah, that was my thoughts exactly when that happened. Because the room we are meeting him in is like directly next to the waterfall.
Yeah.
What does that all mean?
It's called The Legend of the New Raincoat Killer. George, have you ever seen this handwriting?
Yes. It's Thomas's.
George, I need to take these documents to Harry. He said he'd tell me everything once I take the docs to him.
Those are classified. I can't allow a civilian to view them. Especially that deranged old goat who owns most of the town.
I agree with George. Harry is... how can I put it? He might be dangerous.
You don't need to worry. You said it yourselves, didn't you? There has never been a mass murder case in this town. That means these documents pertain to a case that never actually happened. Just look at it as though they never actually existed either.
Ridiculous.
York, I'm sure you've got a plan or something in mind? Okay, you have my approval.
George, are you sure?
Emily, we need to continue looking for Thomas. Our search may just have become a hunt.
Yes, get on it. I'll go see Harry alone.
Okay.
Well, the big question is, why would
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it for myself. But Thomas?
Why would Thomas do that?
got-
Kill-
no? Why would
Rational
his handwriting be in a
explanation
40-year-old metal box?
Oh, this is like the old documents together with new stuff.
Zach, George has started to change. I think the deaths of Becky and Diane had a deep effect on him.
I guess this town truly is without a king now.
Maybe Thomas's father was the old raincoat killer.
Oh, that might be a possibility. I don't actually remember how the the episode is over.
Oh.
I don't actually remember how the family connections were in the end, but there was something like that. But I don't think I won't tell you even if I knew that. Yeah. But so Stuart is not telling us the big story in this episode, but it will be the next episode.
Oh, damn it.
Yes. Anyways, we'll see you again in the future, I guess.
Yes,
Thanks
in
for,
the future.
Thanks for doing that with me, Pred, again.
Well, I'm having a lot of fun.
That's great. The story, like, I think it comes slowly to a climax. You might feel that also. It will be great.
And I know how a climax feels.
Well, that's good. Let's see you again next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.